Hello everyone, I'm Gary Anthony and welcome back to my channel. Today I will discuss to you properties of well-written text. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit that bell button for you to be notified new videos. Let's start. What are the properties of a well-written text? Do you know the properties of a well-written text? At the end of this video, you will be able to identify the properties of a well-written text. Organization, coherence and cohesion, language use, mechanics. If you want to check information, just check this book. This is the source of this discussion. Let's start. The first property of a well-written text is organization. Organization is achieved when ideas are logically and accurately arranged. Knowledge of the parts of a composition is a great help in adhering to the correct organization of ideas. The sentences within a paragraph must also be organized logically. This is organization. Let's try this one. I have your paragraph without organization, and after reading the paragraph, tell me why is it that this paragraph do not have organization? Please read. Did you find out something? Why this text have no organization? I want you to compare the previous slide, the text without organization, to this text with organization. I am showing you the same paragraph, but this one has organization. Okay, what did you observe to the paragraph with organization to the one without organization? The next property of a well-written text is coherence and cohesion. What is coherence? Coherence occurs when ideas are connected at the conceptual or the idea level. It can be seen through well-defended arguments and organized points. Cohesion is the connection of ideas at the sentence level. Cohesion can be applied using these techniques: pronouns that refrain from using a specific word repeatedly, transitional devices to connect sentences with linked ideas, repetition of keywords to tie up the paragraphs subtly. I have your example. Find out why these paragraphs do not have coherence and cohesion. Did you find something? This one is the same text, but this time with coherence and cohesion. Study the paragraph. Do you understand coherence and cohesion? Let's move on to the next property of well-written text, and that is the language use. The way language is used is one of the clearest indicators of a well-written text. It enables the writer to effectively communicate ideas without confusing the reader. Effective language use is achieved by observing the following time-tested principles in writing. Number 1. Use clear and concise sentences. On average, a sentence is 18 words long. Note that this does not require every sentence to be composed of exactly 18 words. Don't write like this one. Image is a very important factor in politics because once the reputation of a person is smeared by accusations, the people's perception of the person is forever tainted, and it may cause him to lose credibility and trust even when the truth behind allegations is not yet verified. Just a very long sentence, and I'm catching my breath. Do write this way, like this one. Image is a very important factor in politics. Once the reputation of a person is smeared by accusations, the people's perception of the person is forever tainted. The person may lose his credibility even when the allegations are not yet verified. So, in this second example, the long sentence under the column don't is divided into 3 sentences. So, we do follow rule number 1. Now try to correct this one. An American dentist who illegally hunted down a lion in Africa has recently sparked debate regarding the culture of hunting wild animals. Because in America, where people who do not experience lions eating livestock and townspeople, such an act is decried. While in Africa, this is not seen as a big issue because lions constantly terrorize the villagers and eat their livestock. Try to correct these long sentences. I will give you 10 seconds. Time is up. Do you have the same answer? An American dentist who illegally hunted down a lion in Africa has recently sparked debate regarding the culture of hunting wild animals. People in America do not experience lions eating livestock and townspeople. However, this is not a big issue for Africans because lions constantly terrorize the villagers and eat their livestock. Do we have the same answer? I hope so. Number 2. Avoid redundancies, wordiness, clichés, and high falutin language. Do not do this. Although offsprings are taught not to obtain free gifts from strangers, at the present moment, many still do. So there are words that is being repeated, words that to have the same meaning. Free and gifts, they are both the same. Present moment. Okay, so to correct that, although children are told not to take gifts from strangers, many still do. So it's very short and concise. How about trying this one? Try to correct this. While there is a desire to covet endangered animals, transform them into domestic beasts, and all that jazz, it must be more central to our aims to preserve these wild beings. I will give you 10 seconds to correct this example. Your time is up. Do we have the same answer? Think so? While there is a desire to make endangered animals into domestic beasts, what we must do is to preserve these wild beings. Okay, it is now shorter than the first. Number 3. Avoid excessive use of their and it structures. These sentences can be revised by dropping the there and it phrase and transforming the sentence appropriately. Now, you don't. There are many people walking on this street during Sundays. It is important to keep your valuables close to you. So this is not wrong. But number 3 tells us to avoid excessive use of their and its structures. We have to eliminate the words there and it. So what shall we do? Rephrase it. So here it is. Many people walk in this street during Sundays. Keeping your valuables close to you is important. So there is no there and it in this example. Now try to revise these statements, sentences, eliminating the words there and it. There are 4 species of pangolins found in Asia. It is of most importance to save these endangered species. I will give you 5 seconds to answer these one. Your time is up. Do we have the same answer? Okay. 4 species of pangolins are found in Asia. Saving these endangered species is most important. Number 4. Use precise vocabulary. Be accurate and condense lengthy phrases into fewer words. Don't. Shafts that control the brake during urgent situations are built inside MRT trains to keep the passengers free from harm. So you have to condense, so you have to be accurate. So you have to be accurate and condense lengthy phrases into fewer words. So for you to do that, you have to use precise vocabulary. So emergency levers are installed in every MRT train for the safety of the passengers. Instead of saying To keep the passengers free from harm, just say safety. So instead of saying shafts that control the brake during urgent situation, just say emergency levers are installed. Okay, so that's it. Now try to correct these one. Try this. Many animals which were hunted down for the entertainment of wealthy people who like to hunt are now decreasing in population at an alarming rate. You have to use precise vocabulary. I will give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now try to check your answer. Animals for entertainment are now decreasing at an alarming rate. Do you have the same answer? Number 5. Be consistent with the pronoun's point of view. We should accept that fate is simply an illusion. You must not leave our decisions to something that does not exist. Do you think that the pronouns used in these example are not consistent? What do you think? Compare it to this. We should accept that fate is simply an illusion. We must not leave our decisions to something that does not exist. Do you see a change in the pronouns? Yes, it is the pronoun we. So in don't, there is you there. So we must change it to we. Okay, now try this one. You must join the fight in preserving endangered animals. We have a role to play in this initiative. What do you think? I'll give you 5 seconds. Your time is up. Let's see if you have the same answer as my answer. You must join the fight in preserving endangered animals. You have a role to play in this initiative. So easy, right? Number 6. Avoid sexist language. This issue can be addressed by using articles a, an, and the, using plural pronouns, his or her instead of his, writing through a second person point of view, using gender neutral nouns, example, chairperson instead of chairman. Make sure not to overuse the his or her technique as it breaks up the flow of your composition. Here, every employee should submit his credentials. We can write it as every employee should submit his or her credentials, or all employees should submit their credentials. So use here the plural. Try this example. Try this. Now try this one. Eve was one of the firemen who responded to the call. Do you know the answer? It's very easy, right? I'll give you 5 seconds. Time is up. Do we have the same answer? Eve was one of the firefighters who responded to the call instead of using firemen. We have to change it to firefighters because Eve is a female. Correct. Number 7. Use the appropriate level of formality. The more formal texts use an academic tone, while the less formal ones usually use a personal or colloquial tone. Here, yes, the skits are like things of the past, but they are still totally cool. We can write it like this one. These skits may be outdated, but they are still fascinating. How about trying this one? It's incredibly surprising to realize how low people can go just to make tons of money. I will give you 5 seconds to rewrite this one. Your time is up. Okay, it is more surprising how low people can make tons of money easily. Okay, and ta-da! We now come to the last property of a well-written text. It's the mechanics. Mechanics is the technical aspect of writing. It is one of the properties of a well-written text and is characterized as a set of conventions on how to spell, abbreviate, punctuate, and capitalize a composition. In academic and more formal text, the following should be observed. Always use standard English. Avoid contractions. Example, shouldn't. You should write should not. Avoid exclamation marks unless they are part of a direct quotation. Mention the full name of an institution or organization with the abbreviation in parentheses in first mention. Thereafter, use the abbreviation. Numbers from 0 to 10 should be spelled out, while numbers higher than 10 should be written in figures. Generally, citations are used in academic and formal text. However, they are sparingly used in business text. Here is a paragraph without mechanics. Upon knowing the mechanics in writing, when you read this paragraph, we'll see a lot of mistakes done by the writer. So let's compare the corrected text. Let's see if you have the same corrections. Here is the text with mechanics. I will read it to you. Pluto was demoted to a dwarf planet in 2006 after the General Assembly of the International Astronomical Union (IAU), as it only met 2 out of the association's 3 requirements to qualify as a planet. The dispute started when Mike Brown, a professor of astronomy at the California Institute of Technology, or Caltech, discovered an asteroid bigger than Pluto in 2005. Brown's findings sparked a debate on whether this new planet, which he named Eris, should be added to the roster of 9 planets. The controversy prompted the IAU to meet up and delineate what a planet is. They came up with 3 requirements for classifying celestial bodies as planets and removed the planet status of Pluto based on the new definition. So by just comparing the 2 texts, you'll see that the first one has a lot of errors. So this one is the adjusted one, the corrected one. This is with mechanics, and it follows all the rules in mechanics. So let's recap again. What are the properties of a well-written text? Do you still remember? Okay, anybody? Of course. Organization is the first. What is the second one? Good. It's coherence and cohesion. How about the third one? Language use. Very good. And the last one, it is mechanics. And we're done with our topic for today. Thank you for watching. And for you to get more topics, more videos about reading and writing, just subscribe my channel. And this is Gary Anthony saying thank you for watching. Goodbye. Till next time.